It's the one thing that most people get entirely wrong every morning. You are determined when you wake up. You are finally going to take charge of your health today. With good intentions, you go to the kitchen, prepare what you've been told is the perfect, nutritious breakfast, and sit down with a sense of accomplishment. But something startling is taking place within your body as you take that first bite or sip. That seemingly harmless meal, the one endorsed by numerous experts, hailed by influencers, and featured in wellness magazines, is subtly setting off a covert storm. A chain reaction of inflammation, an exhilarating journey of blood sugar peaks and valleys, your body sending a signal to store fat rather than burn it. What if the meal you believe is keeping you safe is actually hastening your aging process, depleting your vitality, and subtly driving you into metabolic chaos? Remain with me, because I'm going to share the 3 most typical healthy breakfast pitfalls that practically everyone makes today, along with the scientifically supported substitutions that can drastically alter your mood the instant you open your eyes. Your body is in a unique and potent state after 8 to 10 hours of fasting overnight. Your insulin levels are at their lowest point. Your sensitivity to insulin is at its highest. The glycogen stores in your liver are almost empty. Because of this, the choice you make for your first meal of the day has the greatest impact. Consider it the initial domino in a lengthy chain. If you push it in the wrong direction, everything falls apart. Cravings that take over your willpower by mid-morning, activated inflammatory pathways, a flood of insulin, rising glucose, and restricted fat burning. If you push it correctly, you'll experience a wave of consistent energy, less inflammation, easy fat burning, and mental clarity that lasts all day. Your breakfast selection is more than simply food. This command is metabolic. Let's begin with the first enormous trap that so many people fall into each morning. Imagine this. It's a sunny, new weekend. After selecting the ripest oranges at the market, Robert returns home and manually squeezes 6 or 8 of them into a tall glass of golden juice. No sugar is added, entirely natural. He takes a slow sip, feeling good about himself. A boost of vitamin C, immunological assistance, a goblet of pure health. However, that glass is a concealed threat. About 25 grams of sugar, or 6 teaspoons of table sugar, are quickly absorbed from a standard 250 milliliter glass of freshly squeezed orange juice. But it's natural fructose from fruit, you may ask. Your pancreas and liver are indistinguishable. Sweet is sweet to them. The fiber in a whole orange serves as a natural brake. It prevents sharp surges by slowing the absorption of sugar. Juicing, however, throws away almost all of that fiber. All that's left is just sugary water with a hint of vitamins. Sugar fills your bloodstream like a tidal wave if you don't have the fiber shield. The glucose rises quickly. In a panic, your pancreas releases a huge spike in insulin. Insulin activates pro-inflammatory switches such as NF-κB, which causes your body to release cytokines. It sends extra fructose directly to your liver, where it is transformed into visceral fat, which is harmful and causes illness by encircling organs. Then there's the crash. Blood sugar levels fall. You feel groggy, agitated, and worn out. Within an hour or two, hunger returns. You've returned to the roller coaster. A disturbing discovery was made by Harvard researchers who tracked over 187,000 individuals over decades. Consuming fruit juice on a regular basis increased the risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 21%, while consuming whole fruits, particularly apples, blueberries, and grapes, greatly reduced that risk. The risk of diabetes could be reduced by 7% by substituting 3 servings of whole fruit for juice each week. If you've been starting your day with orange juice because you believe it's healthy, leave a comment below with the word juice. The actual solution is straightforward. Consume the entire orange if you enjoy a strong citrus flavor. Chew the pulp, consume the fiber. Or, to further slow absorption, combine the whole fruit, skin and all, into a smoothie and then add Greek yogurt, flax, chia seeds, or protein powder. Better yet, choose vitamin C sources with less sugar. With 1/10 of the sugar, red bell peppers have a higher vitamin C content than oranges. Antioxidants are provided by raspberries, kiwis, and strawberries without the sugar bomb. Put an end to the juice routine. Your pancreas will appreciate it. Now for the second breakfast scam that has been marketed to us for many years. The identical image may be found in nearly every health magazine published in the last 3 decades. A lovely bowl of whole grain cereal, possibly an ancient grain type, dipped in skim milk and garnished with banana slices. Long-lasting energy, heart-healthy fiber, calcium, and reduced saturated fat are all promised in the caption. Millions of people heeded this counsel. Butter and eggs were omitted, stayed away from avocados due of their fat. The dietary pyramid indicated that cereal was the right choice. We are dealing with unprecedented levels of inflammation, diabetes, and obesity decades later. Hardly a coincidence. Let's dissect it. Cereals made with whole grains seem ideal. They retain the endosperm, germ, and bran. More fiber, more nutrition. However, everything is altered by industrial processing. Grain is toasted, extruded, puffed, and crushed. Their structure is broken by this. Your body breaks things down incredibly quickly, frequently more quickly than nature intended. Glycemic indices for several whole-grain cereals are shockingly high. Some are in the 70-80 range. 65 is the table sugar. Indeed, compared to pure sugar, several whole-grain cereals cause a quicker blood sugar surge. Next is the bit about skim milk. We were afraid of saturated fat for years. As a result, the industry removed it, leaving behind a diluted liquid that was high in lactose, or milk sugar. There are roughly 12 grams of sugar in a cup. Lactose rushes in when there is no fat to inhibit absorption. According to recent research, full-fat dairy products are associated with a lower risk of diabetes and obesity than low-fat ones. In addition to delivering fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K and stabilizing blood sugar, the fat also aids in the appropriate absorption of calcium. Ironically, your body finds it difficult to use calcium if you only consume skim milk. You may produce the ultimate glucose storm by adding a banana, which is high in fast carbohydrates and starchy. A few minutes later, blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, crashes of energy, cravings are strong, the combustion of fat stops. David Ludwig of Harvard has demonstrated how highly processed carbohydrates, even whole grain flour, digest quickly and produce sugar-like surges. The improved bowl is simple. Start with basic full-fat Greek yogurt, which is a satisfying fat and high in protein. Instead of using bananas, add a handful of berries, which are high in antioxidants and have less sugar. Add nuts, seeds, and cinnamon for blood sugar regulation. A few handmade granola pieces made from nuts are optional, but add crunch. Energy remains unwavering. No slump in the middle of the morning. No rise in inflammation. If this was your favorite breakfast, type cereal in the comments. The traditional quick and healthy option is the third trap that may be found everywhere. A pair of whole wheat bread pieces, a healthy margarine spread, an ample coating of no sugar added jam. Practical, known, supported by conventional rules. But take a deeper look. Whole wheat bread isn't as great as many think. Indeed, compared to white, it has more fiber. However, flour, pulverized grains with a significantly larger surface area, is the raw material for both. Enzymes strike swiftly. 2 slices of whole wheat bread can elevate blood sugar levels nearly as much as 2 teaspoons of pure sugar, according to Harvard researcher David Ludwig's studies. Many people, even those without celiac disease, may experience increased intestinal permeability due to the high gluten content of modern wheat. Particles can escape from a leaky gut, which causes systemic inflammation. Margarine? A failed experiment from the 20th century. Trans fats, the most harmful kind, are produced by partially hydrogenated vegetable oils. They cause artery inflammation, increase the risk of heart disease, decrease good cholesterol, and boost bad cholesterol. Even trans fat-free varieties contain processed oils high in omega-6 that, when ingested in excess, exacerbate chronic inflammation. The jam, no sugar added, typically refers to apple or grape juice concentrate, which nevertheless contains sugar, or synthetic sweeteners that alter your gut flora, encourage microorganisms associated to obesity, and deceive your brain into wanting more sugar. Together, quick rise in blood sugar, lipids that cause inflammation, disturbance of the gut, hunger comes back quickly. The better toast. Opt for dense rye or sprouted grain bread, which digests more slowly, or flourless bread made from seeds. Distribute real grass-fed butter, which is high in healthy fats and K2. For sweetness, garnish with smoked salmon, almond butter, berries, or mashed avocado. Steady energy, brain power, no irritation. The traps are visible to you. And now, for the principles that do work. First, always make 20-30 grams of high-quality protein your top priority. Salmon, full-fat Greek yogurt, and eggs. Protein maintains muscle, increases satiety, stabilizes glucose, and slightly speeds up metabolism. Research from the NIH and Mayo Clinic highlights the importance of breakfast protein for improved glucose regulation. Second, accept good fats. 60% of your brain is fat. Cell membranes and hormones rely on it. Nuts, avocado, fatty fish, and olive oil. They prolong fullness and combat inflammation. Fast carbs third. If you must include any, limit it to vegetables, berries, or whole slow grains such as steel-cut oats. Steer clear of processed cereals, juices, and flours. Fourth, include veggies, mushrooms, peppers, tomatoes, and spinach. micronutrients, fiber, and anti-inflammatory properties, all without the effect of glucose. Try these winners: half an avocado, sautéed spinach, eggs cooked in butter or olive oil, and optional smoked salmon. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, high in protein, and almost completely glucose-free. Bowl of full-fat Greek yogurt topped with berries, nuts, cinnamon, and a variety of seeds. Antioxidants, steady energy, and probiotics. Protein powder, avocado, spinach, berries, chia, ginger, and unsweetened almond milk are all included in this smoothie. Rich in nutrients, creamy, and anti-inflammatory. The power is in your mornings. You've been misled by outdated advice that fueled epidemics. However, everything is altered by knowledge. Start small. This week, switch one breakfast. Watch your energy soar, cravings vanish, clarity sharpen. Your body will prove it. Change isn't about perfection. It's about consistent, science-backed choices. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next revelation. Share this with someone starting their day the wrong way. Comment below, which trap were you caught in? Juice, cereal, toast. Are you ready to upgrade? I'll read every one. Your stories inspire me. Next time, we're diving into the 5 foods cardiologists quietly eat, but won't publicly admit because they shatter old guidelines. Don't miss it. Your health transformation starts tomorrow morning. See you there.